What's up, everyone? Today we are going to be focusing on our abs. We have a couple of circuits. We're going to do them a few times through. Each circuit is only 2 workouts, and then we have a really quick finisher, and then we're going to cool down. You don't need any equipment for this workout, maybe just a little bit of space so you can stretch out comfortably, and a soft spot for some core work. For some floor work, so core floor work. So we are just gonna start with our warm up. If you wanna stand, you can sit. We are just going to start with some forward circles with our shoulders. You don't have to go really big with these, but we are gonna have a lot of plank renditions, so we really wanna loosen those shoulders up. 3, 2, 1, and we're just gonna switch directions. Really loosening up those joints, loosening up those shoulders, warming them up, getting nice good posture. And 3, 2, 1. If you guys want to meet me here, standing up with some inchworms, you're going to hinge forward at your hips, getting a stretch at the back, walk yourself out a few steps, nice plank position, and then inch your feet up towards your hands, get another nice good stretch, and then walk those feet back to a high plank position and walking those hands back where we were. Let's do that one more time. Take about 3 to 4 steps out with your hands, nice strong plank. Inch those toes up as far as you can to get a nice stretch. Walk them back so you're in a good plank position and walking those hands back. Beautiful. Now from here, we are going to do a backwards lunge with a side reach. So we are just going to backwards lunge, side reach over. So whatever leg you're stepping back with, that's the arm you're going to reach up and over. Stand back up. We are going to just alternate, switch to the other side. I'm not so much worried about the lunge. Of course, you can drop your knee to the ground. I'm worried about that stretch and that side body. You're gonna wanna wake it up. Again, you can keep that knee on the ground. If you wanna float it for more of a challenge, that's fine. We are not worried about our legs today. Get a nice stretch in that hip flexor. And one more. Perfect. So, if you guys wanna stay down here with me, like I said, we have 4 circuits, 3 times through. It's only 2 workouts, and then we have a really quick finisher. So our first, I'm just gonna go through the work with you, because after we go through them 30 seconds, we're gonna go right to that second workout in the circuit, then you get a quick cool down. So our first is a plank with an alternating shoulder tap. I love these. So in a nice plank position, hands under your shoulders. Of course, if your feet are closer together, it's more of a challenge. If you want more stability, widen your legs. And you are going to opposite hand to opposite shoulder tap, opposite hand to opposite shoulder tap. We're not shaking our hips. You are keeping yourself super solid. And then we are meeting on our backs for a crunch with a push through. So you can kind of put your hands together, almost like you're doing CPR, like 2 fists. You're going to roll your shoulders up and down, up and over, off the ground, tuck your chin. You're gonna do crunches while pushing through your legs. That's gonna give you enough, just kind of make it to your knees. I don't wanna see you push all the way through your legs like that. Just nice little crunches. You'll feel it right in the middle there. All right, so if everyone wants to get ready for those shoulder taps for 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and shoulder tap, and shoulder tap. Keeping our hips nice and steady, so when you're planting that one hand, really kind of plant that other foot to really keep yourself super steady. And when you lift that one hand, you're really engaging that whole middle section of your core. In about 5 seconds, we're gonna get down on our backs. In 3, 2, 1, roll over, quick switch, and those crunch throughs. Tucking our chins, our shoulders are off the ground. Of course, if you're doing this, you're not doing anything. Keep those shoulders up and off the ground, and you will feel that core engage. Whew. We're about halfway through, 15 more seconds. Just doing teeny tiny little pushes through your legs. just like that. We're not going super far through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can give yourself a quick stretch out if you need. We have that 2 more times through. Just 2 workouts, but they're kind of focusing on the same portions. That's the fun part about this entire workout. Each circuit is going to focus on a particular section of our core. This circuit, if you really feel it, kind of focuses right in that middle part, right? So everyone get ready for those plank shoulder taps in 3, 2, 1. Like I said, more stability, spread out your legs. More of a challenge, put those legs together. It's a little harder to not wiggle so much, so you can do a nice wide stance until you get more comfortable. Then you can kind of like bring those feet in to your comfort level. When you lift that one arm, you really feel it right there in the center, right? That's why you take it nice and slow, because you feel that part of your abs that's activating. 3 seconds, we're gonna switch on our back in 2, 1. Those crunch throughs, shoulders off the ground, tucking our chins, keeping those shoulders up, because that's what's gonna activate our core, right? If your shoulders are down here and you're pushing, what do you feel? Nothing. The second you lift those shoulders up, do you feel that activation in the middle? That is what we're looking for. Just itty bitty little pulses, keeping our chin tucked so we're not craning and straining our neck. 4, 3, 2, 1. Give yourself a nice long stretch out. Whew. We have that whole thing one more time through, and then we're gonna go on into our next circuit. So you know exactly what you can do. If you wanna up the ante, you can bring your feet closer together for that plank shoulder tap, or you can keep them nice and wide, whatever is better for you. I want you to have good form, because that's what's gonna activate the parts of your core. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. I like to do these like a little more than shoulder width. That is just me. Now squeezing your butt cheeks too. We're not putting our butt really high in the sky like this. It's not really low on the ground like a snake. You have a nice plank position. There we go. It would help if I showed you, right? See how my butt's not high in the sky like this? I'm not dipping down. My butt's high. I got a little tuck through my pelvis. 4, 3, 2, 1. On the ground. And pushing through, just those itty bitty little pushes. Now this is what I love about these, is a lot of times for ab workouts or crunches, I feel like a lot of people feel like they need to do that full roll body up crunch. And that's fine. That will focus on certain parts of your abs, but teeny tiny little crunch movements are really gonna activate the center there. 3, 2, 1. While you guys give a shake out, I'm going to go over the next circuit. Again, 3 times through, 30 seconds. These are where it's gonna get you. So it's hollow hold renditions. So we focus on the very center of the core. Now we're focusing on the elongated full part of our abs. We have a regular hollow hold, and then we're gonna do a plank hollow hold. Everyone do it with me in 3, 2, 1. So if you want to start with a boat position, roll your shoulders back, float your feet up. Hollow hold, your arm's going to be overhead, and you're going to kind of keep yourself as far down as you can. That's a hollow hold. You're not laying your body down. If you need to do a boat position, that's fine. That's still a hollow hold. The farther down you can go, and if your arms are overhead, that's more challenging. So I'm going to go kind of right here. Whew. 3 seconds, we have a plank hollow hold. 2, 1. So get into a plank position. You can do this on your toes or on your knees. Forearms, you are going to walk your arms just a little farther than a regular plank. Really kind of push yourself forward. I know for planks we say don't dip your hips. This is where you're gonna elongate yourself. Whew, if you need to drop to your knees, that's fine, but you're gonna stretch yourself out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, you feel it a little higher up this time, don't you? That's the fun part. We are working all the different parts of our core. So, again, like I said, for the hollow hold, an easy way to get into it is to start with a boat position. So rolling your shoulders back, leaning back until you kind of float yourself on your tailbone, floating your feet, and then you can go from there for as far down as you can go. So get ready in 3, 2, 1, float yourself here, squeezing those knees and those ankles together. Do not hold the back of your thighs. If you're tired, keep your feet on the ground and you can do a hollow hold from here, keeping your feet. I don't want to see you float and holding your thighs. That's not good form, that's not activating our core. You can keep your feet on the ground as a modification and you will still feel that, right? 3, 2, 1. Flip over for that plank hollow hold. Same thing, I don't want to see you dip with your hips. You are doing a regular plank, yes, like we do, and you're walking your arms just a little bit more forward, so you're really elongating and stretching that plank, so you're activating a different part of your core. Squeezing your butt cheeks, you can do these on your toes or your knees. 3, 2, 1. Give yourself a quick little cobra stretch if you need it. That feels really good after hollow holds. We have that whole thing one more time through. So, I know hollow holds are really hard. You're not moving, you're just holding a position, but you're really activating that section. So, get ready. We have that one last time through, and then we're gonna focus on a different part of our abs. This is nice and quick, nice and fun. By the time you get tired of one workout, we're moving on to the next one. 3, 2, 1, into our hollow hold. Whew. Hold it back a little farther if you can. We're not holding our thighs. If you need to drop your feet, do it. Keeping our feet, our ankles, our knees really, really tightly bound together, like I'm duct taped or they're tied. Rolling our shoulders back and poking back like I'm poking you in the belly button, so you're kind of like dipped just a little bit. So we're not up like this. You're kind of dipping in through that belly button. 3, 2, 1, on to the plank. So again, good plank position, walk it out, and we're on our forearms. And then you can kind of shimmy your feet back a little bit. You can drop on your knees if you need to. You're walking so your elbows are gonna be a little bit farther away from your shoulders. We normally don't recommend that, but we're doing a plank hold, so that's why we're doing this. 3, 2, 1. Stretch that core really quick. Whew. All right, so our next, we're gonna work on our obliques. I love working on obliques. We have squats with oblique twist, and then a Russian twist with an overhead reach. So I'm gonna have everyone stand up. We're gonna do those together. I am going to lift you all up just a little tiny bit. All right, get ready. You're gonna get kind of in a sumo squat position. So our feet a little out, and we're just gonna twist and twist. Let me move y'all just a little taller. There you go. Beautiful. It's a little twisted here, but you're gonna twist and twist. You're twisting with the obliques and kind of using your elbows as a guide, kind of following that gaze. We have 5 more seconds. Dropping down to a Russian twist in 2, 1. So on the ground, knees together, rolling those shoulders back, tuck back. We are going to twist and twist, again guiding with our elbows. Your elbows do not have to touch the ground. Pretend I am poking you in the belly button, shoulders back, right? We're not doing this. We're twisting back, so we're feeling in the obliques. About 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. We have that 2 more times through. Waking up the obliques. I love doing obliques. More of the side stuff. So, a lot of up and down here. I'm gonna fix you guys up here. All right, get ready for the squats with the oblique twist. Toes pointed forward, a little bit pointed out. Shoulders back, knees, we're not flaring in, they're pointing out. In 3, 2, 1, we're staying in that squat position and twisting with our waist, using our elbows as a guide. You're not swinging, we're not moving like our hips and our knees. We're staying stable from here down, twisting with our obliques. Using the elbows as the guide You don't have to be like an owl. You don't have to do like a total 180 with your neck and your body. 5 more seconds. We have those Russian twists in 3, 2, 1. Meet me on the ground, feet down, and we are tapping, tapping. You can clap your shoulders together. I kind of like touch my fingertips. That's just me. Pretend I'm poking you through the belly button. Get a little bit more of a dip back. Exhaling on that dip down, right? You're guiding with the obliques. We're keeping our hips, our knees, our legs steady. I know a lot of times with twists, you want to like bicycle your legs. Do not do that. 3, 2, 1. We have that one more time through. And then we have one circuit and then our finisher. There we go. You guys are straight now. You're welcome. Finish with those squats, with the oblique twists. Last round, best round, then one more circuit. So you guys have got this. Like I said, the second you start to get too tired, we're on to the next one. 3, 2, 1, and twist, and twist. Keeping that bottom half of our body totally solid, totally straight. You are just moving with your waist and your obliques. Exhaling on that squeeze. Inhaling on the way back. We have about 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop to the ground. Those Russian twists, feet together. Tuck back through your belly button. Shoulders back. And we are twisting. And it's a good thing to use your elbows, because then you know to really kind of twist with your abs. You're not just like dropping your hands to the side. When you use your elbows as a guide, that is causing you to twist with your obliques. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have one more circuit and then a finisher. This one's so nice and fast. Your abs will thank you tomorrow. So this, again, 3 times through, 30 seconds. We just have a modified side plank with a foot tap. So what that's gonna look like, you want a straight body. So our ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, elbow, all in line. We are going to bend that back foot. Other foot is nice and straight. And lifting up through our hip and a foot tap, you are going to just lift, tap the foot down, lift, tap the foot down. We're gonna switch on to the other side. So the last round is kind of just one workout, but you're gonna get it on the left and the right side for 30 seconds. So get yourselves ready, get yourselves lined up in 3, 2, 1, lifting through the hip and just tapping the foot, lifting, tapping the foot, lifting, tap, lift. We're not totally dropping it. Lift just about hip height. And we're lifting through our hips here. We're not like squeezing up like that. Pretend I have a fishing line and I'm lifting you up. Beautiful, just like that. You should really feel it right here. A little bit in the oblique. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys flip right over. I'm gonna flip so you can see me. Straighten yourselves out and get started right away. Keeping our elbow right under our shoulder. Yeah, I had to think about that. Now that planted hip and glute are gonna get a little bit of work too. Guys, 10 more seconds. Whew. I know, I am so tired. This is ab work, but this is also glute work. 3, 2, 1, drop. Whew. You have a quick 30-second break. We're gonna do that 2 more times through. If you want to put both of your feet up, if you don't want to do modified, that is totally fine for more of a challenge. You can always cross your feet one in front of the other, like this, or you can stack them and lift them. Whatever works best for you. I'm gonna stay modified today, get everything in line, make sure our shoulder is right above our elbow, and lift through the hip, and just nice little tap and lift, tap and lift. Now I want you to open your chest. I know when you're tired, you wanna do this. Open your chest, nice, just like that. Lifting through that hip and that oblique. This is really more of a glute and hip workout, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like I said, you guys just roll to the other side. I'm flipping so you can see me better. And lifting. Whew, this side is definitely not as strong as my other side. Keeping our neck nice and neutral. We're not craning it up. We're not dipping it down. If you need to, you can drop on your hip and just do a leg lift like that. If you need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I cheated, I dropped early. Okay. Last round, best round before our finisher. Whew. And then we are done. We cool down. This workout is nice and quick. It's done. We're already under like 20 minutes. You'll be done in about 25 minutes. So it's nice and fast. You have no excuses. All right. Get ready for our last time through these modified planks. 3, 2, 1, lift. If you do not want to do the leg lift, you can just keep it like this and you can do like a little hip dip like this. You're not touching your hip to the ground. You're kind of just doing a little graze and lifting it using the hip and your abs. If you're not lifting your leg, you will still get an ab workout this way, kind of dipping and lifting. 3, 2, 1. Switch right over to the other side. Like I said, I'm totally flipping so you can see me. Again, if you want to drop and lift, drop and lift, you can do that. You can do the leg lift. If you want to do both of your legs straight out, that is totally fine. I did a lot of the dips on the other side, so I'm going to do that this time, just so I even myself out here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake your shoulders out a little bit. We have our finisher, so I'm going to bring y'all down here. It's going to be on the floor. Our finisher is a 2-minute plank. You guys have got this. We will have a little itty bitty little break kind of right in the middle if you need quick shoulder relief. Now you can do a high plank, you can do a forearm plank, you can do these wide on your toes. If you need to do them on your knees, whatever rendition you want to do, this is your plank, this is your finisher. So you will also be able to switch it up. If after 1 minute you want to switch it, go for it. People are blowing up my phone. All right, so we have it for 2 minutes. Get yourselves ready as I just untied my shoelace here so you have a little bit of an extra break. Decide maybe what type of plank you want to do. It's 2 minutes. I promise it's going to go by so fast. All right. Do we want to get ready? In 3, 2, 1, into a plank. Make sure our butt cheeks are squeezed. You don't want our butts high in the air or too low. And then a good thing, a trainer told me once, I was watching something on like Instagram or TikTok, it's someone that I follow, they said pretend not you're holding yourself up, but you're pushing the floor away so you don't, people tend to want to sink into their wrists. If you pretend you're pushing the floor away, you don't get so much work in your wrists don't get so tired, your shoulders don't get so tired. So pretend you're pushing the floor away so you're not letting yourself sink into your wrists. All right, guys, we are just about a minute down, right? How are we feeling? Squeezing our butt cheeks. I'm a little bit shaky. If after a minute you need a quick wrist shake out, you want to go down to a forearm plank. 3, 2, 1. Give yourself a quick wrist shake out. I'm going to go down to forearms to finish to give myself a little bit of wrist relief. Let's bring my feet a little forward. Let's do a little bit of a challenge. You can drop your knees if you need to. If you are down on your forearms, making sure our elbows are under our shoulders. Let's do a high plank. Guys, we are almost done. Give yourself a quick stretch if you need it. Whew. I know 2 minutes is a really long time, but you've got this. Squeeze those butt cheeks if you need to spread those legs a little bit. 20 more seconds and then we are done. We cool down. Feel nice and strong. Squeeze your butt cheeks so you really feel it in your core. Guys, 10 seconds, do not give up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake out those wrists. We are gonna cool down. You guys deserved it. Whew. Your core should be nice and woken up, especially after that nice long plank. I know it's a little rough on your wrists, right? Give yourself a little wrist relief. We are just gonna start with a 90-90 stretch. So you can do these sitting up like this. You can go down on your forearms. You can do these lying down, keeping your feet straight. We're gonna drop them to one side, keeping our bodies totally straight. Back to the center and dropping the knees to the other side. You can do a little counter twist with the top part of your body. Kind of reopening the hips. Sometimes a lot of ab workouts require a lot of hip flexor work. And one more. Beautiful. And meet me down for a cobra. I love doing cobra stretch after an ab workout. I think it feels so good. So meet me down on your belly, toes together and pointed, your hands kind of right by your chest, and then pushing yourself up. Letting your head fall back, getting a nice stretch in your abs. That should feel really nice. You can look over your opposite shoulder, do a little hip tap to get like a little bit of an oblique stretch if you need to. I love a good cobra stretch after an ab workout. It feels so nice. Stretches that whole front to the bottom. Take one more deep breath. And stretch back. You guys are all done. Thank you for joining with me today, doing this ab workout. I hope you guys feel really good. I hope your abs feel nice and woken up. And until next time, I will see you guys for the next workout. See ya.